Я всех приветствую, дорогие зрители, гости канала, подписчики. С вами Нарион в попытках все-таки завершить прохождение Хейдес. Порывшись, давайте до того, как мы начнем, под Цербера я уже отпустил, если вы видите. Мне осталось сразиться с Аидом. Порывшись в интернете, почитав что-то как, без основных спойлеров, без гайдов, какой билд лучше собрать, тут не предскажешь, какой билд тебе попадется. Я узнал, что... То есть меня интересовала такая причина, почему сюжет никогда не двигается, почему как бы диалоги не продвигаются, а оказывается, я не со всеми разговариваю. Это конкретно с хаосом. И как бы я принял решение, что если кому-то нужно, прочитает в интернете, что там с хаосом, какие взаимоотношения у тех или иных персонажей. Сейчас мы закончим вот эту вот канитель. Я сделаю последний, надеюсь, выпуск, потому что я знаю, что это как бы не финальный. Там надо будет еще несколько раз пройти. И закончим. Слишком уж затянули. Пойдемте сражаться с Аидом. Пробовать с ним сразиться. Я с ним уже сразился второй раз. Не очень успешно. Сейчас будем надеяться, что будет получше.
There was a time when Cerberus would never have permitted any soul to exit through that gateway there behind you.
Oh, that can't possibly be true. What about Orpheus, Theseus, Heracles, Odysseus? Countless tales of brave men delving into the underworld, then leaving whence they came.
They left on my authority alone, nor did they take for granted my good graces. You believe you are entitled simply to walk out of here, from your birthright and your responsibilities. But I am here to tell you, no.
Ага, это что такое? Да, у меня хороший, сейчас неплохой, по крайней мере, билд, я могу хилиться. У меня идет середин хп. Мне главное сейчас просто держаться. убила. Ёп!
Your flailing attempts against me are embarrassing.
Ладно, мы ведь не сдаемся за 5 минут. Ну да, я там с Цербером еще воевал. Ладно.
How am I going to beat him?
That's funny. Nothing on my list at all this time, except I could have sworn I saw you walk right out of the pool back there. I'll have to have this thing.
I guess so.
Yes. I saw the faded list of minor prophecies was requisitioned through the house contractor, Zagreus. Didn't take you for an agent of the fates.
Turns out I'm full of surprises, Thanatos. Though the 3 fates are your sisters, aren't they? Surprised you didn't requisition the list yourself.
Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Though, I don't know them at all. Keep only to themselves somewhere. Sometimes I wonder whether everything really is preordained or whether they're making all this up as they go.
I can hazard a guess. Achilles, if a friend of yours were in need of assistance, but the only way you could assist them was to somehow change the terms of an ancient pact Father probably forced on them, what would you do?
I would be very careful, above all. Do you understand, lad? I would not wish to make things any worse. How many pacts such as the one you're thinking of are buried back in the administrative chamber there? Even your father can't keep track. Although, perhaps Nyx can.
Nyx, you're right. She knows everything. What?
Just watch yourself.
Where is everybody? That's a lot of gemstones.
You seem quite agitated as of late, my friend. Is anything amiss with you, perhaps?
Oh, no, I'm all right, Orpheus. Just a lot on my mind is all. Sorting out what's next. Stuff I need to work through on my own.
Oh, well, I truly understand. I was reluctant to discuss my long-lost muse, really for quite some time. Well, if you do require some emotional support, know that I likely shall be...
Appreciate it, mate. What's in stock? Trade you these gemstones. So about Tisiphone, is everything all right with her?
Tisiphone is charged with punishing the worst that mortals have to offer. More than charged. Her work is everything to her.
No time for family or recreation, then, I take it.
I get what you're insinuating, Zagreus. I'm nothing like her. I'm not even close. And don't...
Your father is not here and you are back. Then it can only mean one thing. Are you...
Yes, I think so, Nyx. Returning here by Father's hand does put a special sting into it, though. So, any invaluable tips on how to vanquish him? Some hidden weaknesses only you know about, something like that?
You know his weaknesses better than anyone. Better even than he. It pains me to know that the conflict between you could not be settled in some other way. But if this is how it has to be, destroy him for me. Next you fight up there. However long it takes. Would you...
I would. I will.
Ладно, погнали дальше. И это очередная попытка одолеть Аида. Я дошел до вот с этими чудными перчатками. Фух, погнали. Прям вот жарко.
This cold, white substance falling slowly from the heavens. Snow, they call it. Look carefully upon each fleck. Tiny crystals, but structurally weak. They melt. This surface realm, it is held up by mine.
If you're quite finished teaching me about this snow phenomenon, can we get on with brutally trying to kill each other here?
You wish to have your mortal-colored blood spill once again upon this bed of snow, then fine. Let us proceed. Observe. Darkness. To have been brought this low by my own ungrateful child. I would expect such treatment from my brothers, but from you...
Чего?
Oh, great. No! Father.
Keep trying vainly as often as you like.
Сука.
Oh, he's tough for an old man.
Блин, ства. Я же почти...
You cannot keep falling asleep on the job like this, Hypnos. This is completely...
Oh, I just nodded off a little while, Thanatos. I rest easy knowing that you're here. But if I goof...
Don't give me any ideas. Pull yourself together and...
Oof.
How goes it? Mistakes are opportunities for learning, lad.
No sign of Cerberus or father.
Так.
Contractor, I have another job. You've done so much for us, House Contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself? Oh, Orpheus, I heard from Hermes, messenger and god of travel and all that. It's odd I'm giving you his message in this case, but he says hey. Admires your musical ability as well.
Oh, that was kind of him, my friend. When I first ventured deep into this realm, while searching for the soul of my lost muse, after I failed utterly, it was Lord Hermes who whisked her...
I'm glad you took it so well. Anything good? Fair and square.
Your Highness, I was...
Do I look like I'm in the mood to chat?
Do not despair and hold.
You're serious? You're really giving that to me? I mean, I'll take it off your hands.
It's really what I want. And I sincerely hope we...
Ай, блин. Я ж...
Seldom does the overbearing throne of Grim Lord Hades sit unoccupied. Thus the house's denizens all go up.
That thing doesn't look particularly comfortable.
Я же его одолел. Я же его одолел. О, ладно. Проехали дальше. Вновь достигли выхода. На этот раз я с мечом, у меня полная шкала воскрешалок. Чуть-чуть, конечно, здоровья не хватает, но это... Хорон даст мне здоровье. Купить я не могу, не хватит средств. Не хватит средств, да? Я же только что... В общем, давайте не будем затягивать. Нам нужно одолеть Аида. На этот раз у меня 4 воскрешалки. И ему будет нелегко. В прошлый раз он меня подловил, блин. Я думал, все, но ну, вы видели. Вы видели. Блин. Как меня это...
Been waiting long?
You still have yet to see the sun itself. You know only the light of Ixion, but the sun, it is positively blinding, hideous.
It has been snowy nightfall every single time now that you mention it. I didn't know it snowed so much up here.
It hasn't always, but that's of no consequence to us. Especially when there's a raging battle. Darkness. Now. Darkness. such contempt for your own father. But we are not finished. Enough. I have something for you.
Меня наушники приказали выключить. Сейчас, подождите, я сниму наушники. У меня что-то отпало, надо будет. Да, снимались. Ладно. Готово.
You brought this on yourself. This is for your own good.
Так.
Pathetic. How you go. Go then.
I told you that I would, Father. And I'm going to. Goodbye.
Wait, just... If you find her... If you somehow find her... Tell her something for me. Tell her...
What? Wait, I don't think I owe you any favors here. Now answer me one question and I'll give it some thought. How's that?
I know your question, boy. But ask it anyway.
Persephone. My mother.
Blood and darkness. There is no escape.
Мы наконец-то победили Аида. Фу. Победа. Так, время прошло 2 часа. И куда мы... Корт. Ну это... Ай.
Stygius shuddered as I picked it up.
Что, пойдемте? Нам сюда. Я не хочу это послушать.
I made it. Beyond the frozen overlook. Await the first glimpse of the sun to your left, and onward through the cold. Sure hope this works, Nix.
Он так медленно идет. Наконец-то! 42 часа! Нет, это того стоит. Блин, ребят, это того стоит. Вот просто, если вы не играли, поиграйте.
The surface, windswept, racked by freezing cold, nonetheless instills within the prince a sense of awe and the sublime. For it is unlike...
It's beautiful.
Постыл. Молодец, парень.
That thing. That's the sun.
Все, да, это как бы... Оно тогда остановилось.
Is this? It can't.
Лето. Так, сюда нельзя.
Who's there?
Hello?
Hello indeed.
Давайте осмотримся сначала. Нет, что смотреться. Какой мне вот новый. Все, да? Скромненько, но
Pray, who might you be wandering all the way out here? You're trespassing on private property, you know. Speak up.
You must be Persephone. My name is Zagreus, and I think I might be your son.
What? How dare! Get out of here! Get out or I shall make...
No, so then you are her. I don't care if you hate me, but I'm not leaving until I get some answers. I never even knew you existed. Why did you leave me?
You died. You died. Those burning feet, they sputtered out when you were born. But now you're standing here before me.
I died? I died? What, you mean permanently died? But I'm alive. Oh, gods. You never even knew I...
Alive. Zagreus, he even kept your name. You live. How can this be? You live. You live.
Mother. In short, I beat him, finally, though he did everything he could to prevent our meeting here like this. But there's something he wanted me to tell you in the end. He said to tell you Cerberus is doing very...
He told you that, did he? That's good. That's good. Though, tell me something, Zagreus. How is it that you found me? To have...
Oh, it's... Guess I'm just a little tired, that's all. Not accustomed to the weather, as I think you call it.
No. No, that isn't it. It's that...
Really, you're... kicking me out?
The fates are cruel, Zagreus. You're bound to that place. Same as your father. So they would have us say goodbye. For now. My heart soars knowing you live.
No. I can... come back. I can come back. Now that I found...
You tell him I demand it. And I demand he also tell me how come he, or for that matter Nyx, never sent notice that you lived. Olympus is all rife with schemers. But I was so naive to think that they were different.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him.
The Styx shall take you then. Oh, Zagreus. Farewell, my son. Won't you come back to me? When you are able, please.
However long it takes. Can't hold on. Mother, I have to get back there. I found her, sir. My mother, she's alive and well, and But I just couldn't stay up there for very long. I have to get...
You really made it all the way? You must have gotten past your father. That's amazing, lad. But wait, what was she like? What happened to you there?
She was great. Nothing like father, more like you a little bit, I guess. Though being on the surface, it just seemed to suck the life right out of me. Even without the wretches of the underworld trying to do me in.
But then you had a little time at least. Sounds like you have unfinished business with her there. You got to her this once. Surely you're able to again, isn't that right?
It is. I have to speak with her.
He's finally returned. You are late, boy. Have you any idea what time it is?
No. Wait, what? I vanquished you in single combat and finally found Mother, and that's all you have to say to me?
Nonsense. Don't you think I would recall such an event?
You can't be serious. You're going to pretend as though it never happened. She wants answers same as I do. She demands you let me pass. Let me go to her again.
Silence. This discussion is over. I hardly think this is the time or place to indulge.
I know where we can continue this discussion then. You sing beautifully, mate. If only Eurydice could hear you singing this right now.
Oh, thanks for the sentiment, my friend. It's just... when I sing this song of hers, I've this feeling where my heart once was.
Perhaps she can.
Child, your father felt to you as once his father felt to him, although you were substantially more merciful. I know it is a bitter victory at best. Though, tell me, what transpired subsequently that you have returned?
I did. She was there. She was where you said she'd be. And more than I imagined, but I had so little time with her. I can't survive up there for very long. Why didn't you tell me I'd just die no matter what?
Oh, my child. I say this seldomly, but I did not know, or I did not wish to believe, that the surface would have such an effect on you. But it seems you share your father's fate, after all.
My father's fate? But he is smugly waiting for me every single time I make it there and seems quite healthy by then, all in all. Though, maybe the farther we get from this realm, the worse we get. Because he cast his lot, inheriting the underworld.
So I now presume you are bound to this realm by powers greater even than mine. Tell me something. If you knew that you could only see Persephone for but a moment's time, would you still make the journey?
Yes. Yes, I would. I had so many questions left.
Then go and ask them, child. Steady your resolve and find her there again. And use well what brief time you have with one another whilst you can. As mortals do.
As mortals do. Got anything good? Need more of those, so here.
Zagreus, please tell me that the rumors are untrue. You really vanquished him? Have you completely lost your mind? You're going to destroy this planet.
Come on, Meg. Father had it coming for some time. What's your concern besides? The house is safe.
He's not going to take this lying down. He'll find some way to take it out on you, on all of us. You watch yourself or all of us will pay.
I will not let that happen.
I have everything here. Well,
Да, это было здоровски.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Это было охрененно. Мы успешно прошли первый путь. Там надо еще несколько раз пройти, но это будет впереди. Мы снова добрались до Аида. И я на этот раз с этим с копьем. Наушники я зафиксировал синей изолентой, пока не развалятся. Я надеюсь. Погнали бить Аида! Снова. Так, подождите, мне надо звук на телефоне выключить.
I'm here, Father. Come on.
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father. And I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall see. Do you feel your blood beginning to boil?
Ой, где он?
Do you even realize what you're doing, boy?
That's right.
Darkness. Here. Darkness.
That puts me on me.
Darkness.
From the cavity.
Darkness. Darkness.
Not finished then?
Your youth provides you with a certain mindless strength, but such power has its limits. Come on and die!
Ничего еще делать не стал.
Never, you see. This shape-shifting of yours won't last for long. Here, boy.
Ай, 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 ай!
Now this.
Oh, you.
Yes!
You're not going to cooperate with me on this, are you? Even now, knowing Mother wants to see me again.
Blast you. You shall ruin everything.
Then die already, and get the hell out of my way.
Blast.
Yeah.
Now that was cool. Baratha shuddered just now.
Так, это мы что, во второй раз уже, да, завалили? Неплохо, неплохо. А, ну вот этот раз он идет быстрее.
I'm cold.
Красиво. Погнали вперед.
All manner of fruits and vegetables thrive within the hidden gardens of Persephone, the one-time queen of all the...
What are these things?
Очень красиво все так сделано.
Welcome back, my son.
I'm back.
I begged the fates that you'd return to me. Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Father didn't make it any easier for me. Nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So, I don't know what's going on still, but I wanted to...
I wanted to see you too. Come, speak quickly with me, that our time together here may be as...
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here?
I couldn't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but...
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed. Long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No, no. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but... when I was with child, why, I struggled terribly. Because... child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had them.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that...
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know. The same as you.
Until we... Father, you...
Well, hello, what happened to you? You just died? You just plain died, like nothing stabbed you, bludgeoned you, poisoned you, burned you, crushed you, blew you to bits, turned you to stone, but you're back here?
Probably.
Oh, how could he?
I found her, boy. My mother. Persephone, you remember her, don't you? She was pleased to hear about you. But I couldn't stay for long, and I have to find her again.
The ghoulish features of the much reviled Hound of Hell all soften instantly upon...
Quite a mess you've created, I must say, Father. After being of no help whatsoever when it comes to disentangling it all. Though this isn't the place to talk, right?
No, it most certainly is not. Though I take it shall not.
Count on that.
Hello.
Prices are a little steep there, I must say. I always meant to ask you, Orpheus, where did you learn to sing like that? Was it really Apollo himself who taught you?
Oh, I learned from many different sources, Zagreus. That is, before all of my inspiration started coming from a single source. I credit my accomplishments to her and to Apollo and the gods.
It certainly paid off.
What? Is something wrong, Prince? I'll look into it.
Greetings, broker. Fair and square.
А, у меня ни того, ни другого нету.
You reached the surface.
Nix, why did you never send word to Mother that I lived? You knew at least approximately where she went. You and Father, you could have spared her so much pain.
I swore a binding oath never to say, child. I have already circumvented it as much as can be done. Know that I acted with only her well-being in mind, as well as you.
What news, Spirit?
Ладно, погнали дальше. Ну вот, мы снова добрались до Аида с щитом. Ух. С полным зарядом воскрешалок. Он может просто сдаться. Просто сдаться. Серьезно.
Every blasted time.
Ему же тут нравится.
You were never supposed to live. Took all of Nyx's strength to circumvent what should have been a certainty. Now you cannot stay dead. Such is the wry humor of the fates.
Nyx saved me, so according to the fates I was never meant to be born, since neither you nor Mother are of the underworld, something like that? Or was it just another lie you told, to Mother and whoever else?
You think everything a lie. The realm beneath our feet was appointed to me on certain conditions, not that I had much of a choice. Among them, a one-time surface dweller such as I would never have an heir.
You really believe that? Then why attempt to have a child anyway?
You don't know anything. Why anyone would choose to have a child is a mystery to me. The fates said I would never have an heir. Perhaps this was all they meant. Now that we had our little warm-up, it is time that we began in earnest. You truly dare? Out of my sight.
Оглушил. Так, идем подальше. Ай, блин, без этой херни нет! Без этой херни не могу это. Ленский не осталось делать смешно. Фаерболов, как у него, а? Что за дискриминация?
I shall not take such disrespect from you.
No, you don't.
Погнали.
What's the matter?
Ай! Ай-яй-яй!
No, wait!
You are somewhat stronger than expected, boy.
Почти же получилось. Вернемся и повторим.
He's strong, I'll give him that.
Just keep watch over the pull of sticks there.
What news this time, lad? Did you find your mother once again?
No, I failed, sir.
Just take it easy now. You got there once. There isn't any question in my mind that you can do it once again.
I hope you're right.
Anything I can do for you, right?
Notoriously vicious.
Father. Here's the fee. I have this crippling compulsion to commission objects I am never ever going to sit on. How about this, contractor? If I'm to keep seeing my chamber walls, they might as well not be completely barren. Say, Orpheus, Eurydice told me your songs, some of them came from her. She seems quite brilliant. You choose your muses well.
I owe my everything to my Eurydice. She authored many of my songs indeed, and she inspired many, many more. Whilst living, we collaborated frequently, you see.
But weren't you the famous one? I don't understand why she doesn't share your renown.
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises every chance I had, and she asserted herself
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
What's on the old exchange?
You are returned.
Nyx, you saved my life. Gave me life when I was born. Father told me. I don't know what to say.
There are many things that I am not at liberty to speak of, child, through my own binding choice. These circumstances are among them. Suffice it to say that your revival required the extent of my ability and considerable time.
I never should have been born. Was that what the Fates wanted? Did you defy your own daughters?
Silence. Tempt not my daughters thus.
Thank them for me.
Ладно, погнали дальше. Ох. Добежал я. Взял другой щит. Поднакопил. Ну, там эти... Кровь титанов, открыл новый щит. Сейчас будем прорываться. Щит не мое любимое оружие. Но, по крайней мере, всех до Аида сделал только так.
I'm back, father.
You come here bearing Brother Zeus's aegis. I wonder how much more insulting you could be.
What? I haven't even started to insult you here yet, father. Flustered by the old shield of chaos, then?
Doubtless Zeus does not even remember wielding it. I never should have relied on him for anything after that. Then come. Let's see if you're any better with it than your great uncle.
Знаю,
You should have avoided that.
Where are you?
Darkness. Darkness. Heed me, wretches, on my authority.
Why don't you let your wretches rest in peace?
Go home.
Блин.
Darkness. stirred my anger suitably by now.
Я главное держаться от него на расстоянии.
Enough of you.
Ай-яй-яй, вот это вот так особенно.
I've had it with you, boy.
А, ну хорошо, он хотя бы нанес небольшой урон.
Be careful where you step. Let's see you run from this.
Одна воскрешалочка еще есть. Нравится. Это осталось
Blast. How is this possible? That this... You shall soon follow.
Goodbye, Father. I did it. I felt Aegis shudder.
Ну чё, погнали.
Beyond the frozen overlook, await the first glimpse of the sun to your left, then onward through the cold. So bright. Ugh. Warmer, finally.
Ah, you're back.
Mother?
Она уже привыкла, что это. Мы кончаемся каждые 15 минут.
Mother, I discovered how come Father led you to believe that I could not survive past birth. He didn't lie to you exactly, so he says.
Wait, slow down, Zagreus. What do you mean? He told me you would not survive your birth, yet here you are.
Because he thought it was the truth. The fates appointed him dominion over the entire underworld, but he would never have an heir, so he was led to understand. He never expected me to be born, much less survive.
He never expected you to survive. Then, forgive my asking, but why did you? How did you? The fates are not...
Nyx saved my life. Or gave me life, I guess. Then raised me in your absence. The fates are her daughters, right? Maybe she persuaded them to go easier on me. She cannot say more. In any case, apparently it took her quite a while to revive me, and by then you were gone.
Nix. Of course she was involved. I only managed to escape because of her. Then she restored my stillborn son to life and nurtured him? And I never would have known unless that child, fully grown and having learned the truth, defied his father and then found me here.
Yes, although we still don't know how come Father and Nix never sent for you. Though, let me ask you something, Mother, if you please. If you had found out that I was born and very much alive, would you have...
Would I have come back? To see my only child? Had I but known you lived, I would have gladly gone through...
Well then, what if Father...
What if he didn't want me coming back to him? Or seeing you? Oh no, you're fading again, Zagreus. You've pushed yourself too hard. But what is it you meant?
It's just a hunch of mine. I'll be back.
О, да, до истинной концовки нам еще пилить и пилить. Но с каждым...
Father wanted her to leave, didn't he?
Но с каждым разом у нас получается все лучше.
What's the
Hello?
latest?
Natural causes got you again, huh? That's a real shame. I mean, imagine one day you're just going about your business and then, you're dead. Although I guess you don't have to imagine it like I do.
No.
What? You took Lord Hades down. You really did. I've never seen him quite like this before. I could scarce believe it when he came up through the pool of sticks himself.
Seemed only fair in the grand scheme of things. He slew his own parents at some point, right? I think the Fates enjoy this sort of thing.
Come on, Zag. Take some credit where it's due. Though, you'll forgive me if I keep my distance for a little while, as I think you have some issues to resolve.
I'm planning to.
You'll get them next time, Prince. I'm sure of it. I think.
Everything is as it always was.
The watchdog Cerberus observes the...
Well, take care.
I told you, boy. I told you. There's no escape from here.
You could have told me more important things. Mother left because she never even knew I was alive. Thanks to you. She's got a lot of questions herself, as you can probably imagine. I'm headed back to her. You going to
Nonsense. Listen to me. If you have any sense remaining in that head of yours, I caution you not to discuss this here and now.
Let me go. Let me find her. She demands it.
No. I'll hear no demands from you.
Too pricey for me.
Так, нет, что-то есть купить можно. Давайте купим какую-нибудь мелочь.
Let's do it. Should make the entryway into the lounge a bit more welcoming.
I welcome you to go about your business, boy.
Orpheus, I know Father appreciates your songs to the extent he's capable of appreciating anything. Though, has Nyx ever responded to them? She's always right nearby, yet you two don't seem to talk.
Almighty Nyx appears to tolerate my presence, Zagreus, for she could cast me into everlasting darkness if my song failed to be pleasing to her. She is a most discerning listener.
That she is.
Oh. What are you doing here? I heard you finally made it out. What, did you break out of here only to die in some pathetic way on the surface?
Да.
Long story, but yeah. Boils down to what you said.
So you're going back out there again. Well, it's your business, not mine. For your sake, I hope it's worth it.
It is. You trying to fleece me here?
Ух, ладно, давайте будем продолжать
I've no more darkness.
подъем на
Felt that, I think.
поверхность. Сейчас будет очень весело. Ни одного воскрешался. качестве оружия я выбрал лук. Ой, не знаю, что сейчас будет. Сейчас меня, наверное, просто разорвут. И все. Погнали.
I can do this.
Остолук мое не самое любимое оружие, и у него целиться с него неудобно.
Crisp cold air.
Там есть, как бы, я сейчас выбрал такой скилл.
You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold there. And yet you still persist.
Не надо заряжать, просто как бы автоматом стреляет. Это как бы немножко стало комфортнее, но все
Making these
равно.
treks helps pass the time during the ongoing underworld renovations, and I'll be in tip-top shape once they're complete.
Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself. But if you must insist like this, then you will find me waiting for you once you get here. Sure, you could have avoided that.
Заряжать не надо,
Show yourself.
You brought this on yourself. Darkness.
оружие ближнего боя.
Heed now my summons, wretches, and come bring my wayward son down to your depths. Darkness. Go home, I said.
Область у меня вот. Ладно, будем пытаться.
Darkness.
Skelly power.
Fall.
Только первый этап.
Not yet.
Darkness.
I'm empty.
Darkness. You'll
жутко
plow
зло
yourself to
было.
something worth the while.
С таким количеством воскрешалок, как бы с ним драться особо не имело смысла. Ладно, будем пробовать. Все-таки надо будет пройти. Снова у входа в царство из выхода из царства Аида я взял копье, потому что мне не понравился финал с луком. Лук мне не нравится, я решил с копьем. Но у меня 2 воскрешалки. Но полное хп. Так что не знаю.
You're never late, father.
Актуальность. Это хорошая челюсть.
Arthur, I recognize its presence now. That's not just any 3-pronged lance you wield. I could never stand to look at it. Once my brothers and my sisters and myself.
You mean once you chopped up your cruel and overbearing Titan parents, right? Shame you threw it out. It's quite useful.
Perhaps the fates decided that its wielders ought to all eventually wind up on its receiving end. Come then, let us see what the great Achilles has taught you. Too slow. Darkness. Your eyes deceive you, boy. Darkness. Darkness. Again. Darkness. Why have you forced me to confront you here?
You know exactly why.
Got you.
Damn it.
Darkness.
Not now.
Darkness. Now.
I'm empty.
Wide open.
Come on, get up.
You strike at your own father. What choice does that leave?
Нет, со второй стадии.
You asked for this. No more.
Я могу, наверное, вот так вот сделать. Ай, блин, задели.
By the power of Skelly. I'm stuck. I can't.
Ай, куда я?
I'm out.
Fall blast you.
Stuck.
Только чудом.
You brought this on yourself.
Not now.
Единственный способ от него вот так вот убегать. Не сильно не поможет.
Weakling. Remember that I vanquished Titans, boy.
Да, но ты был не один, а я один. Ну, 1 на 1, как бы честная драка. Ладно, фух, будем стараться. Да, брались, да, Аида. Папочки, Аида. Тут сел.
Out of my damn way.
My brothers and my sisters and myself, we too wanted to slay our parents. The Titans. Bastards. And worse.
And you succeeded. Chopped up some of them into many tiny bits and sprinkled them throughout the pits of Tartarus so they can't regenerate. Or so I hear. Inspiring, really.
We had no recourse at the time save to collaborate. Developed a specific plan and saw it through. And the Titans. You think me cruel, yet know nothing of cruelty. But here, you want something to hate, then have it. Darkness.
Quit with this, father.
What's wrong, boy? Princes of the underworld, heed me. Rise from the earth to do my bidding. Darkness.
Why don't you tell your loyal subjects to stay out of this? I'm out.
Darkness.
Don't do that.
Darkness. Darkness.
I'm empty. I'm empty.
Darkness.
Got you.
That does it. Fire. Fall, blast you. You wish to anger me?
Not now.
No more.
Can't do that.
Die already. Hungry for more, I see.
I can't.
This is for your own good. this to me. Again, you...
I did it. In my father's name. It's... I'm here.
You're back.
I'm back, Mother.
So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades...
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter.
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nyx speaks of you, I think they care for you.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so... you have to get through him each time you visit me?
I do. Mother, what if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zagreus, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods, none of them seem to know.
What? How would you know something like that? Zagreus? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
I won't be long. Hold that thought, Mother.
Oh, darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you...
Sure. Achilles is off duty.
You're bound to my domain, boy.
Notoriously vicious Cerberus.
I understand you have attempted to persuade our court musician to resume his craft. That is among the relatively useful tasks to which you have applied yourself of late.
I can't be completely sure, but what you said just now, I think contained some of the component pieces of...
I'm certain that your boasts and twists of words shall soon inspire him to greater acts of compositional superiority one of these days or nights.
Your methods didn't seem to do the trick. What, am I composed entirely of gemstones? Let's go with this one, then. This should instill a sense of fear in anyone approaching my bedchambers.
What you do with your wretched bedchambers is your business alone.
Have you considered doing music making as a recreational pursuit, my friend? You have such slender hands, why, I believe you do quite well at it.
Not really been at the top of my list of late, mate. But who knows? It's something I've been meaning to try at some point, I suppose. Thanks for the words of encouragement.
Of course, my friend.
Here's the catch of the day. Or night.
Oh!
I could use that.
But how can you do this to me? Blast your mirror. By taking sides with him, you're standing against me.
Neutrality ceases to be an option when a crisis rises to a certain point, Megara. You yourself shall have to choose allegiances. I have steadfastly told you this throughout our shared ordeal.
I thought that both of our allegiances were to this house, Nyx. Seems I was mistaken. Do you have any idea what sort of pressure I am under here?
Use caution with the tone you take with me, Overseer. I am the mother of the fates themselves. I do not act by whim or by mistake. Mind your own station and perform your role. All shall unfold eventually as it must. I like the...
Father.
Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, here you've outdone yourself by quite...
Oh, shut up and get your fork. And burn away that regal cape and let's get to this then. I had no idea you had all these capes to spare. Must have a whole entire storage chamber full of them.
Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end. And fights with the ferocity with which you once clung to your meager lives.
I thought you planned to handle this yourself. Finish this then.
Let's see you deal with this. No matter how many times you beat me, we're family. I cannot remain.
Done with time to spare.
Некоторых детей.
Beyond the frozen overlook and all that. So much water. Uncle Poseidon's realm.
Is that you?
I made it, Mother.
Son, I have to ask you, how much do you know about your
I think I know quite a bit by now. I've been in steady contact with Athena, Zeus, and other members of the family ever since I first left Father's house. They've been assisting me in getting here.
No. Zagreus, what have you done?
No, they think I'm trying to escape from Father so that I can join them on their mountaintop. At least I think that's what they think. Most of them, anyway.
But then, does Hades know of this? That Olympus is involved?
He does. Both he and Nyx. In fact, it's Nyx who put me and Olympus into contact. I could never have broken free of the underworld if not for their help.
So Nyx and Hades are against each other then? And Olympus is helping you? But they don't know I'm here as far as you're aware.
That's right, more or less. Nyx and Father seem to put up with each other. Don't seem to have much of a choice. Though ever since I learned of you, Nyx has been helping me to find you, while Father's tried to stop me.
That fool. What was he thinking? What is he thinking? Do you suppose he thinks that he's protecting me from them?
I think maybe he does think so, indeed. Because now, having met my relatives upon Olympus, I can definitely see that they can be a bit vindictive about things.
Vindictiveness runs in the family, my son. Then, if Olympus is involved, that would explain a lot. I'm here, not there with them, as you can see. But, oh, it seems we'll have to speak some more when next you return.
When I return... Well, this is going to be awkward.
What? Welcome to the House of Hades.
How did it go, lad? You've been gone a while. For good reason, I hope.
I found her again, sir, and we were able to talk some.
Well, first of all, good work. I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her, for as many chances as it takes. It's not just her you've sought. It's the ant.
Yes, I will.
I just got back shortly before you did.
Cerberus is...
Something the matter there, Father? You seem a little quieter than usual. Dare I say, even a little somber and remorseful for some reason?
Silence, boy. Better yet, why don't you get out of my sight? I've more important things to do now than indulge your boastfulness. We'll have to catch it.
Until such place and time, then. Hey, Orpheus, I take it you know all about the time I burned my father's hands to a crisp the moment I was born? He grasped me by the feet, and they caught fire. And that's why he still wears those fancy rings, to cover up the hideous scar tissue.
But that is such a splendid tale, Zagreus, deserving to be...
Great. Nyx, my mother was quite concerned to learn Olympus has been aiding me. Haven't you put her in danger by involving them? Was there no other way?
No, there was not. She has been in danger all along. I concealed her, yes, even from me. But it is not enough. I do not think that you could have found her without the Olympians. And if I did not reveal your existence to them, if they discovered who you are, it would be worse.
Ugh, what a mess. How are we going to fix this?
The Olympians maintain belief that you are trying to reach them. I trust we can sustain this understanding for a long, long time. Perhaps not forever, but long enough to discover a solution. Perhaps with your birth mother's help.
I'll be careful. I'm leaving, Father. Try and stop me. I don't think I'll ever get accustomed to the breeze.
To think Olympus has been aiding you. You must be so grateful to them for their aid, without which none of this would have...
Yeah, about that. Father, did you let Mother go because you feared Olympus would find out? And not respond well to the circumstances if they did?
Be grateful they have not found out as yet for all your meddling. You do not know them as well as you think. Ask yourself why she left Olympus and how. Or better yet, ask her.
Well, she seems quite lovely, so knowing you probably tricked her into signing a pact to come join you or something. Since you weren't allowed on Olympus, why not have Olympus come to you?
Surprisingly not distant from the truth. I took her, boy. I took her down with me. Is that what you wish to hear? Does that anger you? Come, bring forth that anger then. Prepare. Boy. Destroy my kin and an eternal torment to you if you speak of this.
like that?
I shall not fall to you again.
Too.
You cannot death. Go home, I said. You are superior to me.
Get you for last time, Father. You're not going to stop me.
I must admit to something, boy. Achilles taught you reasonably well. I expected that if anyone could train you into martial competence.
Though you didn't expect that one day I would end up using everything I learned from him against you.
I anticipate more than you know. But Achilles merely practiced against mortals. Now you practice. Observe. Darkness.
You!
Surely you could have avoided that. Pathetic. Darkness.
Show yourself, Father.
Of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me. Darkness. more of this from you.
Oh, that hurt.
I have something for you. Then go. I shall remember this.
There. By my father's name.
Мало выбирал. Выбирать было не из чего. Обычно я стараюсь искать Артемиду.
Mother isn't far.
И богиню холода. Не богиню холода, а мать Персефоны. Я
Oh, it's you.
It's me.
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except...
Except Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the
That fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave, willing to make my life within the underworld.
I dare not ask who did bring you to Father then. So essentially you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
So, then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus.
No. What have I done? I can't.
Ладно. Сейчас со всеми поговорим за это.
Oh, I need to fix this.
I'm up. Welcome to the House of Hades.
Thanatos, the world outside, didn't you say that it would make you sick being out there for very long at all? I understand now what you meant by that. Beautiful place and all, but...
See what I mean now, Zag? Nice place to visit on occasion, sure. But I definitely wouldn't want to live there.
Couldn't if I tried.
Prince.
Hey, tell me something, sir. Any rumors swirling about the house regarding the outcome of a certain interaction I had with my father recently? Involving a great deal of violence. Because I'd like for everyone to know I won.
I wouldn't know of what you mean there, lad. For there are certain subjects so forbidden here.
Thank you, sir. I didn't know.
Indeed, lad.
I didn't think you had it in you, boy. I'm uninterested in conversing with you, boy.
Orpheus, you have to hear this straight from me. I vanquished my own father on the outskirts of the Temple of Styx, at the surface. I know how this looks since I'm back here and so is he. You believe me, don't you?
Of course I do, my friend. Though you...
Fine.
Wait.
All right.
Child, quickly now, before you go. I know how all of this must look. Know that I was true to her, Persephone, and that I think fondly on the time she spent with us.
Of course, Nyx. Though, why did she really leave the underworld, do you think?
She did not feel that she belonged. It was a very difficult adjustment she was forced to.
A war. Wars have been fought for less, I understand. And father must have been a...
You do not know. Ask her yourself.
You've said more than enough. I'll see you
I'm
next.
always at 110%.
Your father's absolutely right about you, Zag. You are and always will be an insufferable brat.
Haven't you had enough?
So, boy, did you ask her about how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm?
You didn't drag her down to hell yourself, apparently. You're not going to tell me who did, though I can well imagine. Your brothers got to reign forever on Olympus while you got sent down into the underworld. So they gave you a consolation prize, didn't they?
You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, it would be wise to keep it that way, and to turn back. compel you to fight?
I'll send your wretches back where they belong.
Darkness. I thought Achilles taught you to be quick.
We're not finished.
We're not finished.
Let's go. Ah, stuck.
Enough of you. Let's have it out then, boy. Now, this. You'll never truly win.
See you at home. In the name of someone very sore right now. Just up ahead. Huh. To see this each day.
Zagreus.
Hello, Mother.
Zagreus. It's wonderful to see you, but I need to ask something of you. That you...
But what? Because of what would happen if the Olympians found out? So after everything, you're taking Father's side in all of this?
I am. The Father is no fool when it comes to matters such as this. Besides, all that has happened, it's my fault. I was selfish. And now both...
Your fault? So let's say you never left Olympus. Then it'd be just like you thought until quite recently, I think. That I'd never existed. Besides, they haven't found out any of this. What makes you so sure they will all of a sudden?
Nyx may be veiling you from them as she veiled me when I fled here myself. But even her own powers aren't infallible. Each time you visit me, you are incurring risk. One small slip, and they shall find me. discover your deception. Go home, Zagreus. Please.
Go home with me, Mother. You came here under false pretenses. I haven't fought all this way over and over again only to turn back now. I need you in my life. How can you just turn me away like this?
Oh, Zagreus. I cannot return. After all that happened between Hades and me, and everyone, I just cannot fathom the idea. Besides, the risks we're taking would be even greater if Olympus were to find me there.
Then, you're just going to stay here, alone in the middle of nowhere, in this little garden, forever, after we...
My son, I know you've made hard choices and sacrifices to be here with me. And I'm forever grateful to have finally met you. This is my home now, yes. While your home is below. Please, if not for your sake, then for mine.
Mother, blast.
Goodbye.
She can't do this to me.
He's done it, Cerberus. How possibly could I have given the impression that I wished to talk?
The many edits.
I have to say, it's quite a mess you've gotten yourself into, Zachary.
See you, Thanatos.
So, you can tell me in due time if you decide to, lad. But I do have a question.
It's that she didn't even know I was alive. Sounds as though Nyx revived me sometime after I was born, but by that point, Mother had already left, and they let her be. For reasons I am trying to find out.
Ah, that's quite a bit to take in there. And it explains more than a bit, I think.
Thanks, sir. Here you go. A bit more mood lighting in the main hall is certainly in order, isn't it?
The light of Ixion is bright enough.
I can't afford any of this. Hey, Orpheus. I figure that you've heard by now about how I bested the Minotaur Asterius alongside Theseus, the champion of Elysium himself. I don't think I even broke a sweat.
I scarce can possibly imagine such a spectacle, my friend.
Did he make
Zagreus?
fun of me just now?
What is the matter, child? I sense your distress.
Mother doesn't want to see me again. I mean, she asked me not to return. Thinks the risk is too great.
Oh. That is a fair enough assessment.
I'm going back.
Good.
There must be someone else whose time you could be wasting, Zagreus.
I'll just keep coming back.
She was the queen. Queen of the underworld. My queen. Commanding reverence and awe and fear. She was not just... what was the term you used? A consolation prize. You are as disrespectful to her as you are...
Oh, what would you even know? You claim so much respect for her, yet you didn't even respect her enough to tell her what happened after she left. But what am I saying? I know you love her still, Father. That best explains all the terrible choices you've made.
All the terrible choices I've made. By the time you have existed for as long as I have, pray you will have made fewer. Although I fear you shall surpass me in at least this one regard. Excuse me for a moment. Rise now from my realm and fight again.
Fight again and die again.
Darkness. We are not finished. You'll burn.
Not so fast.
Fall, blast you. Squirming out of this. Ow. Oh. The world you seek out there. It's even crueler than the one you know. How dare you?
Yes. Hermes would be proud. Beautiful.
You're back?
Mother! You can't do this to me, Mother. You said Father is no fool, and neither are you. There has to be a way to fix this. Not just with you and Father, but with everyone. There has to be a way.
You have your father's stubbornness. Listen to me. You're endangering everything you care about by coming here. Don't you understand?
What? Besides what? Tell me.
The truth is that I like it here, Zagreus. I've done well for myself on my own. And your father, he has his domain to look after. The feelings he once had for me, feelings we shared, they fade with time.
No, I won't be understanding anything of the sort. Father still loves you, I'm sure of it. And he owes you an apology, damn it. I cannot make amends with you on his behalf. Something only you can do together.
What do you mean he still loves me, Zagreus? How would you know?
Because I'm his blasted son, that's how I know. But trust me isn't ever good enough, I know that too. I'll prove it to you, Mother. Just...
Oh, you're fading, son. You don't need to prove anything to me. Please don't do anything rash. All of us made our choices. Now we have to live with them. Isn't it enough to know that I'm safe? That I'm content to be...
No. It's not enough for me, because this blasted family, it cannot just keep hiding from its problems, running from them. We're stuck with one another. We have to do everything we can for one another.
Oh my...
We have to. No, not yet. God damn it all. Again.
Oh, welcome to the House of Hades.
Cerberus.
Achilles, I need your help.
What is it, lad? What's wrong? What can I do?
Let me in Father's chambers, please.
That's high atop the list of things I'm not to do for anyone, and under any circumstances. What is it you need? I've never even been in there myself.
I don't know, but if I know Father, and I think I do, he's got to have something of hers in there. Of Mother's. She still doesn't get it, doesn't believe me about him, and I said I'd prove it, that he cares for her.
All right, slow down, I understand. Look, this can get me in a lot of trouble like you've no idea. And not just me, so be careful and be quick while he's still out. Take this and go. Don't leave anything there out of place, all right?
Thank you.
The stoic lord and master of the house possesses wealth beyond imagining, a portion of which he has used for a crisp set of attire for every passing day.
I knew it. It's just capes.
In his Lord Father's very private chambers, Zagreus, the lock-removing prince, discovers a most delicately painted likeness of none other than Persephone herself. A coat of dust suggests it has remained here for some time.
He's never stopped thinking of her. Ugh, what a fool.
Find what you...
Hi, Prince. I fed Cerberus already. All 3 heads.
See you do, sir.
Where's our court musician?
Sooner or later, when we meet out there again, I'll kill you, Zagreus.
I'll take it.
Ну что, у нас очередная попытка побега. Так, я пока тут бегал, вам что обнаружил.
I'll level with you, pal. You have impressed somebody well above my pay grade here, and so they have a little proposition for you. You listening?
Let me guess. They want me to fight all the way through the underworld, having used the Pact of Punishment over there to make the going even more treacherous than it already is, and if I succeed, they'll reward me with some sort of useless trinket.
Wrong. We're talking something really big here, pal. You see that thing back there? Trinket. Come on, what are you, scared?
Yes, a little bit, if you must know. I need to do what now?
Do you have the guts?
It's some sort of ridiculous challenge, huh?
Go fill out that form you got.
Which one? Baratha? Heading out. Nice night, no?
Why? Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the
Beats having to toil away under your overbearing supervision. And besides, as you may be aware, I've recently made up my mind to leave this place.
Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I have grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now. can keep this up?
Can't do that.
Let's see you run from this.
Let me go.
You wish to anger me.
One last shot.
Idiot. Die already. Beware, boy. Blast you, boy. You think you are superior to me. You are... See you at home.
Bye. Made short work that time. The sun.
Zagreus, you're back.
I'm here, Mother.
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that...
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can...
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. And the underworld... I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
But you are the queen. Yeah, you are the queen.
What? Oh, hi. You're welcome.
Oh, how could he?
Question for you, Father. The name Kore happen to mean anything to you by any chance?
What? Where did you... Ah, the cold witch brought it up, did she? Never repeat that name again. Not here, nor anywhere, you hear me, boy? Know only this. The one called by that name despised it even more than I.
So let's see. Demeter's daughter went missing. She wound up down here. I happened. Mother left. Demeter and everyone else on Olympus apparently has no idea. That about right? Tell me what happened.
I'll tell you nothing. Keep meddling in matters that you cannot understand, and you'll incur the wrath of Olympus on all that you hold dear. And know that it is not for my sake that I'm warning you.
You can't hide the truth forever.
Hail, Prince.
Achilles, I meant to ask. Did you know that Coronach the Heartseeker once belonged to the centaur Chiron? Because one of its aspects is his own. He didn't have it back when you trained with him, did he?
As to Chiron, truly. Ah, of course. He granted me a spear, I think you know. If he possessed one such weapon, why not more? I remember his bow shined like the sun. It was splendid and never missed its mark, though I attributed that to Chiron's extraordinary skill.
I'm sure his skill did most of the work. Orpheus, I don't suppose you know how come I keep running into Eurydice in particular out there. For all the shades resting eternally in Asphodel, it seems beyond coincidence I always find the one that's dear to you.
I have no knowledge of the weavings of the Fates, my friend. Perhaps they trample on...
The Fates can't be that cruel.
I think you'd best be on your way right now.
I'm sorry.
Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings. But it sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
She did she?
You still don't understand.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The Fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong. and that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused, since you're so unwilling to do it yourself?
You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her...
What? You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious.
Go. Before I reconsider.
Ей-богу! Он в какой-то веке нас пропустил. Без драки.
Goodbye, father.
Ох, блин. Ну реально, я думаю, будет...
Zagreus?
Mother? Mother, wait. What is all this?
Oh, Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Make what a surprise?
My arrival. I'm going. To your home.
You're... really?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me, rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
Join you? But wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Charon?
Doubtless he has pressing matters to attend to. So let's not keep him waiting any longer, son. Come on, then.
I'm still alive. But how?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Seriously. Though, even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
Isn't this Eurydice and Orpheus?
Snow everywhere. Mother.
что ж, анонсировали вторую часть, будем ее с нетерпением ждать. Я не сомневаюсь, что она подарит нам массу подобных впечатлений. Возможно, даже превзойдет оригинал. Изыскивать еще подобные интересные проекты и, соответственно, погружаться.
We're here.
We're here.
Вам же, зрители канала.
This is embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
That's quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open... I spent many days tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here. But it's held on longer than I would have expected. Cerberus?
Persephone, I...
Cerberus, I missed you so. And
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Hades, you look tired.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would...
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution. Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself.
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all.
Wow, Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not...
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen.
Zagreus, if you keep fighting out of here, it shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth, in relative harmony. The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead. And even after all this time, Olympus never did discover what transpired there, in the underworld.
After all this time, it's only been a few days. But it's been good. Mother and father are back together, made some new friends, got this fancy painting. Easy. All is well in the underworld. I can't entirely get used to seeing us together like this.
Посмотрим,
The Queen is back. You did it, lad. You must have lots of catching up to do. Or patching up. And I'm to understand that your escape attempts, they are officially approved, isn't that so?
That's so indeed, sir. Especially for now, at least. I'm going to keep on fighting to the surface. Helps me to vent a bit, and like Hypno says, it makes the underworld a better place. Though indirectly, I suppose.
Well, then I look forward to working with you in a more formal capacity. And it is my sincerest hope that you, your mother, and your father learn.
Thank you. It's mine as well.
Prince? So, is it?
Well, when you put it that way, yes, I guess it is. We're going to try.
Well, you know what that means, don't you? We're official co-workers now. Isn't that so exciting? We can share our latest learnings.
Do so. We've been doing everything.
But it is not the same. The entire feel of it's completely different now. You'll see.
Bye.
So between us, all you're attempting to break out of here, over and over, you're now authorized to keep...
Something like that. I guess I've gotten pretty decent about escaping from a place that's known for being an escape.
I have to say, I never thought I'd hear you talking about looking forward to working, Zag. You feeling all right?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I never thought I was much good at anything.
Well then, I'll be looking forward to working with you in a more official...
Bye, Than.
Greetings.
What? Hey, did you see? The Queen's come back.
Hey, watch it, Hypnos. That's my
What, really? Huh. So then you're...
We don't.
You hung the painting where I asked.
Yes.
Just so I understand. Breaking through everything in your path, taking resources from your father's realm, trying to get through me. All officially part of the job description.
I guess that's right. But before you ask, I'm not doing it for him.
I didn't think you'd have it in you to leave this place for good. But I didn't think you'd take responsibility for anything.
We'll make it official, all right.
Ah, Persephone, the Queen. She has returned.
I scarce believe it too. What happens now? Pick up the pieces and begin again.
Together, let us find out.
Sounds good. Mother, was it always custom in Father's house to secretly give nectar to those you care about? I guess it also could have been a thing on Olympus. Look, I wanted you to have this. I'm so glad I...
Oh, Zagreus, you're so thoughtful, truly. Your father never permitted nectar out in the open, so I'd practically forgotten its savor. Though, just a moment. I have something for you to...
Oh, Mother, thank you. How has it been for you so far, Mother? Reacclimating to all this? You said before it was a struggle. Must be very strange being back. Being in darkness all the time.
You know, I think it's gone all right so far. Thank you for asking, son. Everyone has been quite welcoming. The darkness is a pleasant change of pace. And while the stress can be a little difficult to move in, I quite like it.
That's good to hear. I have to admit I was a little worried you'd be desperate to return to your cottage by now. This place can be a little much.
I'm sure it can. And I do miss my little cottage here and there, but I think I'm through running away. There may be times when it is necessary, of course. But no matter how far you run, it doesn't make your...
I did, but I tried...
Indeed.
Well, look at you, boy. Never seen you quite so perky, relatively speaking, of course. Big tough guy like...
The monstrous triple-headed beast of Hades.
How dare you, sir? Greetings, Father. So, I can just head on out there again whenever I want. Don't need to stick to any rigid schedule.
Your unpredictability is one of your assets. Our defenses must always be on guard. So yes, go about your...
And the Olympians are going to keep helping me, thinking I'm trying to get away from you to them.
I do. Your mother, the Queen, is working on that.
What are those shades muttering about? Night and darkness. Pleasure doing business with you, Fates. This one's for you, ever bloodthirsty god of war. It's never bedtime here.
So Mama's back in town from what I hear, boyo. It's awful nice knowing I trained you well.
You must mean the Queen, and evidently you're aware of our relationship. You keep that...
Ah, and thus the pupil trains the master.
It better be. That's a new one. go with that one. I have returned.
Ладно. Спасибо гостям канала, спасибо подписчикам, всем, кто смотрит видео до конца. Пишите комментарии, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. А с вами был Нарион. До новых встреч.